police said on face value this was supposed to be a simple job. 2 police officers were called to a home in the Brisbane suburb of Annerley after the owners of that home had reported a man trespassing in their backyard. Now, when these 2 police officers approached the 26-year-old male who was armed with a piece of timber, well, that's when things escalated. Police say that during a struggle, the man lunged at this senior officer, and that senior officer received a gunshot wound to his left leg. Now, that's to his inner thigh. Now, during this time, the junior officer, who is in his first year of policing, he was able to shoot the man twice. Now, those gunshot wounds were to the stomach, and then he applied first aid to the injured officer. Now, the 26-year-old man was then tasered by police officers. These were other police officers who were called to the scene, and until he was tasered, until then he wasn't able to be taken into custody. So police say that he was highly agitated, and this was a situation that escalated quickly. Now, we understand the injured officer, who is 40 years old, is in a stable condition. He's receiving treatment in hospital. The 26-year-old man is in a serious condition, and he's undergoing surgery after being shot twice in the stomach. Now, as you said, we heard from police just a moment ago. Here's what Acting Assistant Commissioner Reece Wildman had to say, Ruby.
I think you'd appreciate that any circumstances such as this are traumatic. There's a number of challenges that both of these officers will face, one both particularly physically but also psychologically, and we have a very, very robust welfare system that sits around these 2 officers. That has already been wrapped around those 2 officers and their families. Their families have been advised and we'll be supporting them as well.
And Liz, I understand you've also heard from some residents in that area. What do they have to say?
Well, the suburb of Annerley is close to Brisbane CBD. Now, it's largely made up of a mix of retirees, young professionals and families. So it's no surprise that a lot of residents in this area are really shocked by what's happened here. Now, when this incident was unfolding, those residents who were not in their homes were asked not to come back into their homes until after the situation was clear. The homeowners, we understand, were still inside during this incident, and police were saying that they took the safety of residents very, very seriously. Now, we were out at the scene and we spoke to a number of residents in this neighbourhood. Here's what they had to say.
It's a really quiet, beautiful, community-minded area, and yeah, it's a surprise.
Now, this matter will be investigated by the Ethical Standards Command, which is standard procedure, Ruby, and of course we will hear more about this investigation at a later date as it continues to unfold.